Here at the Mantra Pod, we are currently planning our holiday drive, and we need your help. Email info@coachedandloved.com and let us know which holiday conversations you're dreading or are especially dreading this year. Your responses will be anonymous unless you specifically tell us it's okay to say your name on the podcast or in a live stream. Again, email info, I-N-F-O, @coachedandloved.com and let me know which holiday conversations you are already dreading because you know they're coming later this year. We are also opening a new beta test on September the 1st. Subscribe to Fitness Protection, the podcast, for more details. They'll be coming in a special episode this weekend. I promise it will be short, and the beta is going to be awesome. Subscribe to Fitness Protection, the podcast, now on iTunes, iHeartRadio, my favorite podcast player, CastBox, but anywhere podcasts can be found, you can find Fitness Protection, the podcast. Do you ever just wear headphones so people won't talk to you? Or is that just me? Hi, this is Coach MK, and this is the Morning Mantra.
Hi, my name is MK Fleming. I'm a run coach based in Denver, Colorado. But this isn't a podcast about running exactly. Don't tell my clients, but we're never really talking about the running. When you know a craptastic event is coming, it helps to have a mantra to keep you centered and focused as you move through it. You don't have to be an athlete to be #coached and loved by Coach MK. And if you are here, then you are #winning at life.
Today's mantra is, what is this? What is this? Isaac Asimov wrote a science fiction story called The Immortal Bard about a physicist who masters time travel and summons William Shakespeare himself into the present time. Shakespeare enrolls in a night class about his own plays and flunks. He's unable to grasp the theories that centuries worth of critics have developed about his work. I love this story, you guys. Love, love, love. So much so, I linked to it in the show notes. It's worth a minute to read it. It is exactly 2 pages long. It's about everything Pema Chodron and modern Buddhist teachings speak to. Nothing has meaning, you guys. We make that shit up. Any positive association? Yeah, you made it up. But if it makes you happy, keep it. But you made it up. Any assigned negative meaning to something? You probably made that up too. We're better off exploring ourselves, our own whys, the things we do, the choices we make, rather than concern ourselves with making up meaning to explain the whys of all the things we can't control, the things we don't choose, the things that happen to us. As Coach Sarah and I have mentioned, tonight's a partial lunar eclipse. It's not the longest day of the year. That was June 21st, but oh my God, it feels like it. It's bright and sunny up until 9:15 p.m. here in Denver, and my kids, for the first year, are battling bedtime big time. I had to ground them yesterday for the first time ever. There have been tears and many cries of what is happening and flurries of texts between all the sitters trying to figure out where this behavior is coming from. It would be really easy to assign meaning to all of this. Obviously, I'm a terrible parent. I was not meant to do this, and I certainly can't do it by myself. I have too much help. All of the things I'm not doing or are definitely doing wrong are catching up to me. It's been a wicked month and everyone feels it. Maybe I should have kept all that medical stuff to myself. It would be just as easy to blame it on the stars, their alignment, the partial lunar eclipse. Maybe it's just Mercury in retrograde. Or maybe it's none of the above. Maybe it's all of the above. Maybe they're just kids. Maybe there's no real meaning to any of it. Just poor timing. In those moments when I'm tempted to write off behavior because retrograde, or kick myself because I clearly suck and we've needed a lot of nannies to make our life work lately because I'm so weak, and I feel guilty. I feel really guilty. I stop and then ask myself why I chose that narrative in that moment. And then I deal with the feelings that prompted it. Those moments I'm kicking myself, I'm insecure, probably because I feel guilty. Why? If I don't want to deal with it, what am I feeling and why? This is what I refer to. This right here, it's the ugly work. It's looking inwards and saying why. Why did I do that just now? After doing this in therapy for years, 2 decades to be exact, I'm in a place where I can do this, observe my own actions without judgment or fear of judgment. 75% accurately, roughly 90% of the time. That, as you will hear me say ad nauseum in the fall if you're in my fitness protection programs, is the definition of nailing it. That, 75%, 90%, is a sustainable pattern. None of us needs to be 100% of the time. Life is about knowing when to do 50% over here because 95% of you is needed elsewhere. In these moments of self-reflection, I do find a sense of peace. I really do. And it's not just letting myself off the hook. It's the opposite of being irresponsible or too easy on myself. Because no matter which woo-woo train you're riding today, astrology, psychology, Buddhism, or Gwyneth Paltrow, what matters most is that you stop to reflect on the why, to do the ugly work, to ask yourself these questions. That one act of reflection is proof positive that you're on the path to self-awareness. Maybe not the road to nirvana, but a road to better. You're doing the right things. You're doing the work that 99% of the population will not ever voluntarily do. So, the mantra. In those moments when you want to scream, in those moments when you want to toss your computer aside and yell, take a moment to shut your eyes and examine whatever it is you feel in that moment. I'm angry. Why? I am impatient. What am I waiting for? Rather than judge those emotions or yourself for having those emotions, look where they came from and you'll find what you need. Once you do, ask for it. I just need 10 minutes to do this, guys. It was due yesterday and I can't put it off again. I just need 3 minutes of silence, so I'm going to turn my phone off and put in these earphones, and then I'll come get you. Cancel that appointment you don't really want to keep. Get rid of that thing you don't really want to do. Ask someone else to do that thing that you've been dreading and procrastinating on because it really doesn't need to be done by you specifically. It just needs to get done. Dealing with your life. It's more important than living a perfect one, and it feels way better, no matter how many mistakes you make along the way. 75%, 90% of the time is more than enough.
You are coached, you are loved, and you are winning at life. And you are definitely winning at life if you subscribe to my Nuzzlenut newsletter, follow me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to do all three. Don't forget, if you need a mantra, you can always ask for one at info@coachedandloved.com. Again, that's email info, info, @coachedandloved.com.